Miss Jenkins says she's struggling between trusting her instincts and Mr. Pharas' persuasive charm. Well, that and the library of naked women she found in his phone. Today on Divorce Court. All rise. The Honorable Judge Starr presiding.
Hello, everyone. You may be seated.
Your Honor, the case of Jenkins v. Pharas.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Divorce Court, the case of Jenkins versus Pharas. We're happy to have you here today. This is a case where there's a lot of mistrust going on, and before this couple walks down the aisle, they want to make sure that they have crossed all the T's and dotted all the I's. Ms. Jenkins, you brought this case. You all have been together for 6 years. You've been living together for 3 years, engaged for 6 months, and I understand the save the dates are out. What brings us to divorce court?
Your Honor, I am here today because he's disrespectful, he's a liar, he's a cheater, and I'm tired of him, Your Honor. And like I said, the save the dates are out. I'm here for the truth. Once he give me these results today, if I find out that he's been lying about anything, the wedding is off. October 25th, 2025, there will be no wedding.
So, well, very few people walk up in here and say, and here is my opening statement, ma'am.
That's right.
Mr. Pharas, you heard what your fiancé said. What do you say?
I'm here today, basically to fight for my family. I love her and my sons, like, they're my world. I really ain't grow up with no family, so it's like, I'm here to fight for that. I'll do anything to make her happy, so
I think the truth will make her happy.
Yes, ma'am.
Because she has laid it out. Now, this is so interesting. You all are very young people, 23 and 24. You have 2 children together. There are stakes in the ground here. And you, Ms. Jenkins, you didn't even wait. The baby is 3 months old, and the oldest is 1-year-old. You were knocking these babies out.
Yeah, Your Honor.
You were knocking them out, so because you thought this was going to be your family. Am I correct?
You're correct.
So tell me how you all met and what led us to get to the point that we were in divorce court.
Your Honor, we met in high school. He was wearing these thong sandals, y'all, with the feet in between. And Your Honor, he was just funny to me. We met through a mutual friend, and he was a sweet man. He's a very amazing father, Your Honor. I'm not here to bash him. We've been places, we've been helicopter riding, go-kart riding, horseback riding. He set the standards, Your Honor. I don't want nobody else. He's a handsome young man, all right? And that's just what it was, Your Honor. However, once we got engaged, he started acting funny. So things changed, Your Honor, and I'm here to know the truth. I want to know what was going on. And when I find out, like I said, that marriage is off. It's giving, I'm single. It's giving, I'm outside, Your Honor. It's giving, me and my kids gone. It's giving, the
kids ain't gone. The truth gonna set me free today. We're gonna be good.
Miss Jenkins is, as my sister Sheila would say, not for play right now.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah, ain't for play either, though.
Right, and you're not for play either. So I usually caution young people for getting so serious so early, but the two of you seem to know what you wanted, and you found, quote, your person. The person to stand over the subway grate and the air come up, and it just feels wonderful all together. But I need to find out what went wrong.
I mean, really, just to say like a little bit about myself, like the importance in the relationship. Like I say, she very important to me. Like I love her a lot. You feel me? She loving, she caring, she carefree, things like that. That's what I really love about her. I had like few problems in my life growing up. Without my mom and stuff. She left when I was 7, but my dad stepped in. I moved in with him, but we ain't really had the best relationship. So she really like all I got. You feel me? And like with my kids. So like I said, I'm here just to see if we can work things out. It's bumps in the road, like you say, we young, 23, 24. So I try to explain to her, like, this all for the first time, so I might make some mistakes, but I ain't just doing every single thing she think I'm doing. Let's
lay that out, Mr. Pharas, and I appreciate the fact that you're making your own case. And by the way, Ms. Jenkins, your man said he is here to fight for this relationship. Yes, but I'd like him to hear what are some of the issues that are red flags for you before you walk down the aisle. I know the lack of respect that he's shown recently has concerned you. Why don't you give me a real example?
So, Your Honor, he's very disrespectful. When we argue, Your Honor, he literally, we were arguing about music, Your Honor. So there was a situation where we were going back and forth. He liked to listen to his music and with his friends. Your Honor, I like to listen to Trina. I'm city girls. I like Bedroom Boom, okay? I like music. I like my own music. So we both going back and forth in the living room telling Alexa, play this. Alexa playing country music. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear nothing.
You mean to tell me y'all can't figure out that a playlist that you both can listen to, Trina on one side and then whoever the heck on the other side? I like Mesa. My husband likes disco, okay? Right. That's it. And I gotta deal with it, okay? Because if I hear Staying Alive another time, all right, I want to throw it out the window, but that's him. But he got to listen to my Mesa. So we go back and forth.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what relationship is. What actually happened? What made you say that he was disrespectful if y'all argued?
He's disrespectful, Your Honor. He threw my $400 jet black curly wig in the toilet.
Nope.
And so embarrassing. Very embarrassing, Your Honor. Who wants to go through that? And I submitted evidence, Your Honor. Your Honor, wig in the toilet. And still have yet to replace the money for the wig.
But see, I can explain.
That's embarrassing.
I can explain myself, you know. Like
Mr. Pharas,
I can explain myself.
The judge is extremely biased in this regard. You need to understand that.
No, but I understand. Like I said, I can explain myself.
He disrespectful. We argue about collard greens. He literally punched a hole in the wall, Your Honor, because I told him to buy 3 plates of food. He was supposed to bring food for his brother. His brother ended up waking up when we were at home in the middle of us eating, so he had to give some of his brother. Long story short, I ended up asking him for his collard greens. He was acting funny.
When it comes to that, you know, if I'm in the house and I'm cleaning and I'm doing my thing, you know, I'm not trying to hear the Trina and the City Girls and stuff like that.
But it's just disrespectful.
Excuse me, we're not going to interrupt.
You know, like I say, I got 2 little boys, so it's like the Trina, the City Girl, all that. You know, I don't want that to be played around my son and stuff. So I feel like when it's my time, we're gonna listen to what I listen to so they can see, you know, just take after me. So she wanna come and, you know, flip her hair on my face and stuff, like try to do the most. She just like to show out. So I feel like I'm gonna show out too. So I snatched the wig off and I put it in the toilet. You feel me? But I feel like I ain't damaged it or nothing. It's more so like a little pre-wash, you know? Like she could take it and just wash it and put it back in. But it wasn't that deep.
It's embarrassing. Why are you doing that?
So let's break this down. Because I heard a couple of things in this situation.
Yes, ma'am.
One, you don't take somebody's property and damage it.
Right.
Okay, let's start with that. We don't take each other's property and damage it. That's like, you know, ripping up cars, except stuff like that. And, you know, I may make a joke out of it, but, you know, for some women, hair is an accessory. I would be one of them. That's why I said you got a biased judge in this regard. Hair is an accessory, okay? And so it's like you took a necklace and threw that away also. So that's for some women the way they feel about their property. So I'm going to tell you that it is disrespectful to damage somebody else's property. That's just a clear thing. And then,
but like I said, I didn't damage it, you know, like, I don't know, that might be the same one, you feel me? Like.
But let me explain something to you. There's no woman that I know is going to put the wig on her head after it was in the toilet. That's just not gonna happen.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that might be something that you would do, but it's not gonna be. I'm looking at your fiance right now, Miss Jenkins is pulled together like a mug. She's snatched.
Thank you.
And so she's not trying to roll up in there with a toilet wig. That's just not gonna happen, okay?
You're right.
So that's number one. Number two, I picked up on something that you said. You don't really want to have your little boys listening to certain lyrics. And guess what? I actually agree with you. I'm old-fashioned in that regard.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not going to tell you what you should and should not like, but I do think you should listen to your fiancé when he says he'd like to set a certain tone around the children. So if you want to listen to a different type of music, because you're an adult, ear pods work really well. And this week on Amazon, they got a sale on the cheap kind. You don't even have to get the real expensive kinds. Go on Amazon and get you some. And Mr. Pharas,
yes, ma'am,
give them to her as a gift.
Okay.
You can spend $20. You can give her new earpods and say, babe, when you want to get down with Trina and the City Girls, do it like this when the kids are awake. Yes, ma'am. Okay? When the kids are asleep, you're going to have to roll with it. Bam, bam. You're just going to have to roll with it, okay?
Yeah, that should
That's
work.
called compromise. Fair?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Okay, fair.
That's not it, though, Your Honor.
I'm listening.
He disrespectful. We argue about collard greens, Your Honor. He literally punched a hole in the wall, Your Honor, because I told him to buy 3 plates of food. He brought food for me and him only. He was supposed to bring food for his brother. His brother ended up waking up when we were at home in the middle of us eating. So he had to give some of his brother. Long story short, I ended up asking him for his collard greens. He was acting funny. We ended up arguing about the collard greens. I ended up coming home from work, and I see he tried to patch up the hole in the wall. Your Honor, it's evidence. I'm just sick of it. He got anger issues.
Wait a minute. Mr. Pharas, what's up with the, about collard greens, really? What evidence do you have that he's lied?
He told me he had a show, Your Honor. He was performing. I was following his friends on social media. I seen that he was in a section. They ended up throwing ones. They had bottles popping.
I mean, like I said, like with the collard, it wasn't about collard greens, you know?
Clearly.
Like, but before, when I get the food and stuff, you know, I'm calling them, asking her what she wants. She not telling me. She's saying she don't eat collard greens. You know, and I get home, I'm eating my collard greens. She want to beg for it or whatever, and I kind of felt some type of way.
I was trying them.
No, but
I can't try your collard greens like that.
1 second. Excuse me, Ms. Jenkins.
And this is how she talk in front of other people, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I got my company with my little brother, so when she talking like that, she making me feel like less of a man, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's causing me to feel like I have to show some type of dominance, but that's not like dominance, you know, just like me blacking out, like I punched a hole in the wall. Rather than trying to take it out like on her or anybody else, you know, that's the route that I take.
Well, I want you to learn how to manage your anger, okay? I need the two of you to learn how to speak to each other.
Yes, ma'am.
So one of the things that I'm hearing a lot, Ms. Jenkins, is you think that being a strong woman is, woo, okay?
Yeah.
Being a strong woman is commanding attention, not demanding attention, okay?
Yeah. I like that one.
Okay, you gave this
like
man 2 boys, which are the pride and joy. You already told me you think he's an amazing father. You command attention, queen. You don't have to be the loudest one in the room.
That's true.
You already have a seat on the throne. You are the queen, okay? So act like the queen. And I'm gonna tease you all the way my son teases my husband and I. He says, y'all looking for something to argue about. We argue over who turned up the heat, because I can't stand to be hot, okay? Share. Put all the greens. I'm gonna tell you exactly what to do with takeout. Put all the greens in one bowl, take it out of the takeout containers, put all the greens in one bowl, and then apportion it so everybody could eat. Women and men have done that for years. You all just are young and don't know how to compromise and talk to each other. And I'm not liking that. Not if you're about to get married. But what worries me a lot, Ms. Jenkins, is you said that we're not talking just disrespect, but you don't trust him because he lies. So I want you to tell Mr. Pharas and this court, what evidence do you have that he's lied?
Right. So Pharas is a rapper or whatever, so he just lied about little stuff. Like, he ended up going to, he told me he had a show, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
Long story short, I ended up seeing on the, I was following his friends on social media. I seen through his friends that he was in the section. Not only was he in the section, they ended up throwing ones. They had bottles popping, Your Honor.
You mean like the section of the club?
The section of the club, booties flying everywhere. I'm watching it through a story, and it's just, he's just a liar. Like, it's like you told me.
So what did he lie about?
You told me you were going to a show. You were performing, but I see you were in a section.
So in other words, it looked like he was socializing rather than performing. Is that what you're talking about?
That as well, and then also it was another event with the Strawberry Festival, Your Honor.
Okay.
He was coming home from the Strawberry Festival with the kids, He was like, I'm 15 minutes away. However, 40 minutes pass, I look out the window, I see him coming like out of a parking spot. I end up running outside because now I'm catching you. You're trying to make it seem like you wasn't already home. You was home, you was just sitting outside on the phone. Your Honor, I had to call the phone company to see how long he was sitting on the phone and was he really on the phone.
Gadget.
That's what I'm saying.
Inspector Gadget.
Like you just said earlier, she be looking for stuff, you feel me?
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. Sometimes when people look for stuff, they find it.
But the Strawberry Festival, me coming home, I was on the phone with one of my female friends, which I know, like, you know, she don't really approve of me talking to them. That may be on my behalf, like, not reassuring her, but it don't really be that big of a deal. Like, I told her I was coming home.
Mr. Pharas, it is a big deal. My man is not sitting out in his car out in front of my house talking to no other women for an hour. That's not happening.
It wasn't for no hour, though. I don't think it was for an hour. I don't remember, but...
How much time was it?
It was an hour and 42 minutes. I called the phone company. It's just, he's still lying. He's still lying, Your Honor.
Nah, I ain't lying, but listen, I'm saying...
Inspector Gadget, did you have any doubt whatsoever that I would just turn to her, ask her the question, and she would know it down to the minutes? Exactly how much time you were on the phone.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. She's not going to think you're a liar if you don't lie.
Right. I mean, I don't feel like I'm lying. Maybe it seemed like that to her because I feel like she don't take the time to analyze. She don't take the time to analyze. She don't take the time to analyze.
Excuse me, what should she have analyzed?
Because, like I'm saying, I tell her all the time, the female friend I'm on the phone with, whatever, it's nothing really going on between us.
That's not what she talked about. You lied to her about where you were.
Yeah,
you
because
lied to her about
I knew
what
she
time you
wouldn't
were
approve
coming
me on the
home.
phone.
You lied to her about what you were doing. Excuse me, Miss Jenkins. Excuse me, Mr. Pharas. You may be young, but you're not stupid. So listen to what I'm saying to you, okay? You know when you lie. You know when you're avoiding something also. You avoided telling her something that you knew would tick her off.
Right.
So instead of the two of you figuring out how you both can have friendships with people of the opposite sex, and you can be honest with each other, whatever the restrictions are going to be in your relationships, that's how mature people do it.
I'm all for that, though, but it's like, she'll say she has no problem with me talking to the female friends and stuff. If I do it around her, once I'm off the phone, it's automatic, like, silent treatment.
Because you're hiding it. You're hiding it.
Even if I do it in front of her, she don't like it, because it's like, why I'm on the phone with another female, period. You know what I mean?
Okay,
it's
so then you all have
the time, Your Honor.
It should be a conversation that the two of you can have. Do you all want a marriage that's like this? No. That's yelling and screaming and disrespectful tone? You are raising two little boys.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? That's what they're going to think.
However,
a man, excuse me. That's what they're going to think a man does. And that's what they're going to think a woman reacts like, okay? You don't want your little boys to think that every woman in their life is going to be loud and yelling and not listening. You don't. Because that's what they're going to attract, and that's not what they deserve. You don't want your little boys to think they should lie to the person that they love to avoid having a real conversation. Because that's what they're going to learn.
Yes, ma'am.
Next time on Divorce Court. Right here, I see the lack of communication as your biggest impediment thus far, but I have to hear about this allegation of cheating.
I went through that phone again, Your Honor. That phone will have you sick, Your Honor, not eating for days. However, I did see nude pictures of the girl from social media. Please put the evidence on the court, please.
Oh, my word.
It's just no way you did not do anything with this girl.
Let's get to the test. Will you please ask the expert to join us, Corey? We asked Mr. Pharas, have you had sexual contact with any of the women that sent you nude photos?
That is correct.
And what did the test results indicate?
The polygraph examination result indicated.
Made